So let's talk about Thalaivi now. So can you please tell us how did this journey start?
This journey started because of Vijayendra Prasad Garu.
Oh, the writer of this film.
Writer of the film. And he was writing this film, Thalaivi, and he came to me and he said that he got producer Vishnuji also to me, and it's like we want you for Thalaivi. And at the time I felt, oh my God, that is such a wrong casting for many reasons. And the first reason was that I was not familiar with anything to do with Tamil Nadu. I come from extreme north. And even being in North, I was not a person who grew up on movies to begin with, and South movies, though there is no way. I had very limited understanding of politics, and that whole South Indian politics is absolutely different world for me, and very complex. It's a very volatile political territory, isn't it? It's not some territory where just politics happening like Himachal Pradesh.
Not something settled.
No, it's very volatile, very dramatic.
Yes.
So I'm like, how will I fit into it? Another obstacle was that they were tapping into Jaima's journey from when she was 16 to 42. And I was already but I was 32 when they came to me. And I thought, a significant part of the film is in Jaima's, teens and 20s. And if I go to gain weight, it will add more age.
Right.
And how do I justify the
in
younger
this
part?
Glamour industry.
And how do I justify the older part? If you see other female politicians, maybe not as successful as Jayama, but there are still many actresses who has been to, politics. They don't look so drastically different, but Jayama looked drastically different when she became a CM and when she did her first film. I had to do that in one film. So I thought I won't be able to do it. But then they convinced me, and it's mostly because of Vijayendra sir I am doing this film.
Wow, fantastic. All thanks to Vijayendra Prasad garu, Rajamouli gari father, ee cinema ki writer ga unnaru, and ayana writings lo vachina Bahubali enno adbhutamaina chitralu manam chusam. Idi inkoka epic movie ga mana munduku rabotundi. Fantastic. So when did you believe that you'll fit into Jayamma's role, Kangana, during this entire process?
It was very, very difficult for me to visualize, to be able to do it. At this stage in my career, I have only to lose and very little to gain, as a performer. After winning 4 national awards, I have everything to only lose. So I was thinking, what this film should not be a casting disaster, and if I'm not able to pull off, then everybody will say, look, she doesn't have it anymore. I'd rather not do anything and live like a great actress forever than to, do disasters.
Right.
So I was very confused and conflicted, and Vijayendra Garu was like, you are doing it and nobody else doing it. And also he was telling me that Vijayendra Garu was not taking no for an answer. He's also a father figure to me, and I get absolutely, for whatever he does for me. He has now written so many films for me. Manikarnika, he has written Ayodhya, he has written Jaya, he's written another film that I'm doing, Sita, he has written. There is another film that I'm doing, Emergency, even he's working on that. So he's like a person in my life who means a lot to me. So he's telling me that I also have to dub my own Tamil version. And I'm like, this is too much. I am not able to, manage the acting part.
Did you do that?
No, I didn't. Of course, I was watching the film last night, and I'm like, Vijayendra says, like, I asked you to do that one thing and you didn't, but I was stressing over so much, and to learn a language called Tamil, which my director himself, he's so demanding when it comes to the language, that when he had to dub my voice, he did not find anybody good enough with her Tamil. In Tamil Nadu, he found a girl in Hyderabad. He's like, she doesn't have crisp Tamil. I said, they want me to dub. He will, he will not okay any take of mine, even if I speak. Even though I learnt it for the dialogues, but I didn't have the accent right.
Maybe they want to bring out all the talents out of Kangana.
Well, they did bring out most of it. But I tell you, when I got convinced, I was very conflicted and having sleepless nights about it. So when I met Vijay sir, because Vijendra Garu and Vishnu Garu, they come from Hyderabad and I am from Mumbai, basically Himachal Pradesh. And we three people thinking something, you know, on our own, trying to make a biopic on, you know, Jayama. We can think whatever we want to think, right? But somebody who has maximum to lose. So is Vijay sir. He's a very renowned director. And when I read about him, and he came to meet me, and he said that you are the best casting for the film. That is the time I started to feel that, you know, he has some people are going to catch him there. You know, the audience are very sensitive in Tamil Nadu. They'll, you know, get offended. They can bring the film down.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Especially language.
Yes.
When it comes to the pronunciations, they're very, very particular.
Very particular about the language and the portrayal of Jayama. She has a cult fan following, you know, they are not going to tolerate anything. So I asked him, I said, are you sure? He's like, I am 100% sure. That's when I started to get some confidence and I felt maybe this is the right decision.
When did you first hear about Jayalalitha Garu, Kangana? Like first time?
I must have been a child.
Okay.
We used to see a lot of news and Jayama has always been in news, even in national news, very frequent, very often. She used to be on television. Like I said, it's a very volatile state. The politics has always been a matter of discussion for whole country.
Right.
So around that time I was in school.
Okay, while you were actually working for Thalaivi, did you connect yourself anywhere with Jayalalitha Garu, any of her qualities?
All the time. I think every day I felt connected to her, and it's not possible only to depict a role without being connected to that person. So for me, this was a beautiful journey of a woman. I got to know so much about her life, and you know, and I'm also a girl, and I'm also in a field where I'm tested all the time to my limits. It feels great that there have been women before us also who have struggled and who have risen and who have like, you know, been phoenix and who have achieved so much, even though suffered a lot. It made me feel so proud of even my own journey. So yes.